Hello everyone, welcome back to another banger. Right now I'm looking at GU, some news that came out Sunday that they're not cutting rates, or they're pretty unsure about rate cuts in June. So the BOE is thinking about rate hikes instead of cuts, which is making the pound go way higher right now. We are starting to break structure higher. So right now, the pound is shifting. Right now, I'm looking for demand setups. It's Monday and it's Memorial Day, so there's not a lot of volume inside of the market. So I'm not looking for anything major. There's no setup on GU, but there is on 6B, which is a futures contract that I trade with TOPSTEP because I'm taking their challenge right now. I'm going to take it on that account. The DXY, like I said earlier, is down pretty bad. We are moving very much lower. If you go to the 4 hour, um, we made this lower high right here, but it rejected, like I did in my forecasting video. For now, it looks like we're about to pull back down lower, depending on what news we have this week. But gonna get in at the break of the candlestick. One thing I definitely don't like about this trade is that I go for 1 for 5s, but I know that the market won't go, most likely will not go this high during the day just because of the volatility. Another thing is we have like London highs right here, so and the market could take that out and obviously reverse. There was a setup on the 5 minute, it would have been so clutch. Like if there was an order block, not an order block, but a gap, because I tried supply and demand gaps. There was a gap on the 5 minute. It would have been a super scalp for the day. Look, the 1 hour is rejecting pretty hard too. It filled in this gap here and now it's starting to push up. But anyways, if this doesn't break higher and if it goes, like if we don't see a break of structure, then not a break of structure, but a break of candlestick, then I'm not gonna get in. Right now, it's looking like it's starting to reject. Okay, now it's starting to reject. All right, now it's starting to break on GU at least, and it broke. Now we just watch, see what happens. It's a quick little scalp. So if any of you guys are wondering what this thing to the right of me is called, or what the heck am I even looking at? It's called the DOM, the depth of market. It's level 2 data inside the futures market. And then the other thing is the time and sales. Basically, what it just shows is a volume inside the market right now. So of course I could tell it's a low volatile market because of it being a holiday and the market's closing at 12. Right now, we are moving higher, slowly but steadily, kind of just how I thought it'd be. We're right at support as well up here, so we're gonna see if we blow through this area right here where the market came to before. One thing about the depth of market is that it shows where price has been during the day. So right here, price only moves up and down. So for us traders who trade charts and all this, we think price moves sideways, but really prices of something just move up and down if you think about it. And that's what's shown inside of the depth of market. This is important because right here where this line is at is where price has been during the day, and it basically acts as a support because nobody has really traded above this price, at least today. And down here acts as a resistance because nobody has traded down here during the day. So it kind of just helps to know that, to see where price is at. Sometimes it could blow right through support, like it might blow through it today, depending on the buyers inside of the market. Wonder Woman about to get smacked. Wonder Woman got smacked. All right, stop loss to. Right now we are seeing a surge from price. You're seeing the order flow go crazy. That means big money is inside the market. We're at a 1-to-1, so price pulls back to break even. I will manually take out the trade. Basically, essentially, my stop loss is at break even. I'm about to go do some other things and come back and watch this trade a little bit later on. Right now, we are currently rejecting. If it comes back, like I said, I'll be taking out at break even for this trade. Put a little bit of profit on the table. Just a little Memorial Day scalp. We'll see how this plays out later on. Yeah. Alright guys, this is me from the next day. Trade ended up hitting close to TP, but since I had to go somewhere yesterday, I closed at a 1 to 3 or almost a 1 to 4, but my actual profit target was a 1 to 5. But I couldn't hold that long just because TOPSTEP doesn't allow you to hold longer than past 3 o'clock my time every day. So I have to close all my trades before then. Inside of my challenge, we made $600. I have two 50K accounts, so I made 600 on both of them, which is 1,200. But since I had a losing streak last week, I'm actually down on the account, but we're close to break even. In the next couple of trades, if my probabilities play out and I just keep going for high risk to rewards, we should be able to get out to drawdown and hopefully pass the account. Now, going over the reason why I got inside of this trade in the first place, earlier inside of the day, like I said, I was looking for demand to get in inside of any time frame just because the BOE had started talking about rate hikes, and that's really good for the pound, and the DXY is moving lower based on fundamentals as well and people being more risk off on the dollar despite good news. So the pound is a more attractive currency right now. So once I saw this break of structure on the 15-minute, and I saw the same thing on GU, but GU didn't have a gap along with it. So I traded the futures contract, which is called 6B, which did have a gap. And then that was good enough for me to look at it and get inside the market. Got in once it tapped back into this demand zone, looking at order flow, which is what I showed you guys earlier. The little chart with the things moving, and then the time in sales, which shows how many orders are coming into the market. Looking at both and seeing that there was a lot of buying happening, I got in at the break of that candlestick. And then once I got in, afterwards, it was a little bit slow with the momentum, but then we started to get very high momentum, which I was surprised because it was Memorial Day. But once we got to this point, I moved my stop loss to break even past the 1 to 1. Right about here, I moved my stop loss to break even. Then I started looking at points where I could trail my stop just in case the market pulls back, because you just really want to take what the market gives you every day. I know that I have like a 40% chance of it hitting full TP, but all those other times it doesn't hit full TP, I could get a little bit of profit, a little bit piece of the cake just by not being greedy and trailing my stop and taking what the market gives me. So yeah, that's my trade that I took yesterday, and look for more setups this week to get into if any show up.